Ready?
Good morning, incoming presidents, district governors, soon to be district governors, and all you other lovely Rotarians online this morning. I hope you're enjoying your training seminar weekend, albeit not in person as was planned, but hopefully good fun nonetheless. If I had to pick one good thing to have come from this pandemic, it would be that I had the opportunity to pre-record these presentations as opposed to doing them live on stage, which terrifies me. So here we go, take 34. I may have already been introduced, but if not, I'm Megan and I am the editor of Rotary Down Under magazine. What is Rotary Down Under magazine, I hear you say? I know at least half of you don't take it out of its cornstarch covering or quickly hit delete when it pops up in your inbox. But Rotary Down Under really is one of the best Rotary marketing and public image tools in our arsenal. Rotary Down Under is where we take all the incredible good work you do as Rotarians, as Rotaractors, as clubs, as districts, and put it on the page to showcase to the world. And not just the Rotary world, but to anyone who may happen to come across a copy in a waiting room or an office or in your home. So we are not just a magazine, we are a tool for learning, a tool for connecting, a tool for sharing, and a source of inspiration for you and for others. And not just on the page. We've been busy boosting our social media presence over the past 12 months. We have nearly 11,000 Facebook followers now and have reached more than 20,000 people over the past month alone, just by posting your stories. That's 20,000 people reading about how you and your club are doing good. So, how do you get your stories on the page and online? The first step is to send them to me. If you're not sharing them with me, then I'm not sharing them with anyone else. So as soon as you finish here today, I want you to pull out your laptops and add this email address to your contact list. The second step is to wow me with your spectacular images. You can send me a Pulitzer Prize winning piece, but unless you have an attention-grabbing photo to run with it, most people aren't likely to read it. This year we have chosen Rotary International's People of Action campaign to base our monthly themes around, and I'll come back to this a bit later. But for now, in terms of photos, when you're out in the community working on your projects, please keep this in mind. We are people of action, not people standing in lines with giant checks. I want to see photos with emotion. I want to see you getting your hands dirty. I want photos that tell 1,000 words. I want people to pick up after you and say, oh wow, this is what Rotarians do. I also want to be able to publish your photos, and this means a couple of things. Firstly, they need to be large enough for print. So if you don't have someone with a good camera in your ranks and are relying on a mobile phone, please make sure that the camera is set to its highest resolution. Most phones these days will automatically be set to the highest resolution, but just check it out in your camera settings in case. Next, when you send me your spectacular images, please send them in their original size, not reduced for emailing. If the files are too big to email, I can either send you a Hightail uplink, or you could look at something like WeTransfer, which is a free file delivery service. One more thing to consider, and this is really important, is your Rotary branding. People's perception of Rotary comes from their experiences with our clubs and programs, along with the stories we tell and the images we share. Compelling, consistent brand communications can strengthen our brand and help us engage, help us attract more members, more donors and partners. Rotary International has now told us that we can no longer publish images showing the old Rotary logo. We have to either reject them or Photoshop out the logo. So if you haven't updated your shirts, your hats, your vests, signs and banners for some time, it's probably a good time to look into it. Okay, that's it for photos. As I mentioned earlier, getting back to our themes, we are basing them around RI's People of Action campaign this year. So each month we will take, say, Together We Fight Hunger or Together We Promote Peace tags and look at how Rotary is doing good in these areas. For April, We have Together We Protect, based around child and maternal health. May is Together We Mentor. June is Together We Connect. July is Empower. August, Inspire. September, We Learn. October, Transform. November is Together We Do Good in the World for the Rotary Foundation Month. And December is Together We Save Lives, based around disease prevention and treatment. Some of these themes are obviously fairly broad, so if you'd like more details or if you have a story you think might fall under one of these banners, then just shoot me a quick email and we can have a chat about it. One thing to keep in mind when sending me stories is word length. We try and publish as many of your stories as possible, so we ask that you keep them to around 300 words, although I can be fairly flexible. We can also help you put a story together if you don't have any wordsmiths amongst you, so again, just get in touch, send me a brief outline. And of course, you're not limited to stories just around the monthly themes. We are open to all stories about doing good, so please feel free to discuss them with me. One area you guys over there do heaps of good work in is around RI's new area of focus, supporting the environment. We always like to hear about great initiatives in this area, so please keep them coming in. And lastly, just a note on a few things we don't publish. As a general rule, we don't publish obituaries or milestones. There are 1,323 Rotary clubs and 34,362 members in our zone, and each of these clubs and members will most likely reach a milestone of some sort. So unfortunately, we just don't have the space for them all. So that's it from me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to hearing about all the good you are doing here.